Hi, Mike's Carburetor Parts here. I'd like to illustrate one of our premium add-ons, and what that means is when you buy a kit for, say, like a Rochester one barrel K1141 or the K1144, you can add on what we call a premium kit, and what it does is just adds on some extra parts that we put together that doesn't normally come in the kit. The basic kit, has the regular stuff, pump stuff, the gaskets, the needle and seat, and that kind of stuff. And then you can add, instead of buying all these parts separately, which you can just buy the kit and it gets you just about anything you'll need. First of all, the new brass float we have, double pontoon. Let's see, how's it going there? The pin goes through here. So this is the adjustment right here when you need to adjust it. I do want to warn you, when you adjust the float on it, do not put any pressure on the needle. Needles have a Viton tip. It doesn't take much pressure to ruin the needle, and then you're going to have a flooding problem. Alright, this is the other adjustment. Float level, float drop. Okay, use the instruction sheet that you get with your kit, probably electronic form, and use the specifications they tell you on there. Then we have the delayer spring, and this goes over the pump stem. And what this does, it just delays the action of the pump when you press down on the throttle. Instead of doing a just quick thrust, it delays it a little bit, so you get a more smoother push down. That's what that's for. And then your return spring. Kits seldom come with any springs. Never have figured that out, but that's the way it is. This return spring that helps return the throttle back to neutral position. Get a new idle mixture screw with the spring. So when you are on the bench or overhauling your carburetor, put this in, turn all the way down until it touches snug. Don't do it too tight, or you're going to score it right here, and then it won't be any good anymore. So once you do that, turn it back out a turn and a half to 2 turns. And then when you put the carburetor back on the car, warm it up, operating temperature, make sure the choke is off and the fast idle and all that. Get it to idle, whatever that is, 500 RPM probably or thereabouts. Use your, look at your manual, your motor's manual, which you should have. And there's several ways to do this. You can put a RPM meter on there and get it to where it idles real smooth. You can put a vacuum tester on there and adjust it until the vacuum is nice and steady and not fluctuating. The other way is to do it like I generally do it, is I turn the thing in a quarter turn at a time. When the RPM starts to drop down, that's when I know to turn it back a quarter of a turn. And there you go. Now if you turn it all the way in and nothing changes on the car, on the engine, on the RPM, then you got a problem probably either in the carburetor or with a vacuum leak. Okay, and the same goes is true if you have to turn it out too far. Let's say you had to turn out 3 turns. My opinion, that's too much. So anywhere between turn and a half, 2 turns, somewhere in that range, you're good to go. Here's the clean out plug for when you have a choke, a hot air choke on your carburetor, and this is for cleaning out the little piston area on your housing. And there you have one of those to replace it. Not one of those kind of things you have laying around. So once you take the old one out, you're going to have to get a new one. This is a retainer. It goes on top of the pump stem. And just like that, the stem will come through there, and then the hook goes through that on the flat type anyway. And this is your return spring. This helps the pump return back to its neutral position when you let up off the gas. A lot of the Bs, the one barrels, will have this, and what this is a screen that goes on top of a check ball, which is located on the bottom of the float bowl right next to the pump well, but on the outside of the pump well. And that's what this is for, just to keep the crud out of the check ball. So there you go. I didn't mention it, but when you before you put your pump in, polish your pump well with crocus cloth or 2000 plus sandpaper to get it nice and smooth. Put a couple drops of, or a couple dabs of white grease, lithium grease, on a rubber type. If you have a leather type, put 2 drops of oil on it. That's it. Don't put too much. It'll swell up too much. You'll mess it up. Okay, so there's a kit you can get at mikescarb.com, MIKESCARB.com, and we do appreciate you watching our videos. Thank you.